Hi, this is Mike Pollock, and I just wanted to present this video as a way to present my project that I created over the course of DFS1 semester. Um, Basically, I created a Power BI tutorial, but what I did was I took a whole bunch of tutorials myself, as I did not know to use Power BI, and over the course of doing that, I discovered a lot about it. I was an Excel guy, and adding Power BI to my toolbox has been incredible, and I think it's going to add a lot of value to my company. And I think everybody knowing Power BI, there's a lot of reasons for it, strategically and also just operationally. I think everyone can get a lot of value out of it, and I wanted to share that with my group. However, the challenge was that although I had time to do these tutorials as part of my school project, there's a lot of information to take in. It takes a lot of time to find tutorials, and there's a mixed bag of quality out there for tutorials that are available. So what I did was I took a bunch of tutorials and I filtered it down to 5 basic things that I think everyone that wants to learn Power BI needs to know. And those things are how to load data, how to add a table, how to add slicers, how to add cards, and how to add graphs and charts. So I created a model dashboard here. What this is it uses those 5 things here. You load in the data, you add a table, you add some slicers, cards, and graphs and charts. And I think the tutorial I made covers everything really well, and it's the basics of what anyone needs to know if they want to create really nice dashboards like this. Not bragging about my dashboard, but yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So basically all this thing does is counts vouchers that our accounting group has made over the last, between 2012 and 2021. I designed the tutorial to be as simple as possible using a static file rather than a live data connection, as I didn't want it to go off the rails too fast and learn more than people need to know. So basically all it does is you load in a single data file here that has just a couple columns in it, but there's actually over 1 million rows of data here. I've got the CSV file here, and I cannot open this in Excel as it will crash. So that's kind of the cool thing about Power BI, is you're not going to run into that problem. So I extracted the data file, and I do show how to do that over the videos. But I brought it in, and it's just designed. It's just a bunch of data that the accountants that are going to do the tutorial, they're familiar with. It's vouchers they created. So I thought that would be kind of a cool hook to get people interested, because let's look here. So I've been Enterplus for a long time, and let's see how many vouchers that I've created. So if I'll filter down just to my name here, and as you can see, here we go. As you can see, you just click on your name and it filters it down, and it changes all the graphs, everything here. Everything changes instantly and tells you how many vouchers you created. You can also filter down to just specific voucher types. So let's say I wanted to look at just my journal entries. I did 909, and it's kind of neat to kind of scroll through here and just have a look at all the different different journal entries that I did over the years. I've also set it up so that you can compare yourself to other people. So yeah, so it tells you a count to how many users you're looking at. So yeah, and the graphs update as well. So let's see. Yeah, so you can just kind of change things on the fly, and it's kind of a neat little way to do that. So I created a bunch of videos that guide from start to finish how a person can create that dashboard themselves. And it turned into an 18-part series. So it starts with how to load the data in, where the data comes from. I kind of give an overview of Snowflake and SQL, what a blank document looks like. I also cover how to install Power BI for people who may not have it yet, how to load it in. There's also a touch on Power Query, how you can fix errors that are discovered while you load in the data. And then, as I said, tables and slicers, cards, and yeah, all the little things, and graphs and charts. Once people are done and they are happy with their creation, I also did a second tutorial of how somebody can connect to Enterplus's live data and actually create a really cool chart of accounts from our live data. And there's no risk here. It's just how to connect to it. Nobody can edit anything, but you can access this data at Enter Plus, and you can go in there and create a really cool chart of accounts. So this is what the chart of accounts Power BI dashboard looks like, and it's very easy to make. And again, it uses actually not even all 5 of the big 5 things that new users need to know. This one just uses tables and slicers. So I made this to teach people how to connect to the live data and just kind of do a second project to follow up on the first. Enterplus has an internal training program. It's a self-service data analytics page created by one of our data analysts, and yeah, she made all of this, and I think it's great. And I used a lot of this to teach myself a little bit about how to work with data. But I noticed that it was kind of we didn't have a lot of hands-on activities, and that's sort of what I wanted to create, and especially something for accountants, as they don't seem to have as much access to Power BI that they should, and we all need to learn data to take on the jobs of the future. So I created my tutorial, and I handed it off to Tink, and she put it into here. So here's a link that people can access that goes to the stream channel here. So I'm very happy that what I created can be used, and it's now there forever. And yeah, I do plan to add more things in the future related to everything that I've learned. And one more thing, I'm very proud to show that I have been accepted as a data advocate at Enterplus. So yeah, this was not something I expected, but yeah, I worked really hard, and I learned a lot about Power BI, and I'm really glad I did. And I've been making dashboards for people like crazy. And yeah, I'm very proud of the work I did, and I plan to continue to use Power BI, and so should you. So that is sort of a rough overview of my presentation or my project for DFS1. Thank you.